welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Matt.
And I'm Kiki.
And today, what's wrong, Kiki?
What's wrong? We were supposed to have breakfast together, Matt. I waited for so long.
I'm sorry, my alarm didn't go off. I overslept. We can still have lunch.
Lunch? I waited to have breakfast, so I didn't eat breakfast. And now if I have to wait all the way to lunch, that's way too long and I'm hungry.
Okay. Well, what if we have brunch?
Brunch. I guess we could do that. That way I don't have to wait all the way for lunch.
So what kind of food do you want to have for brunch?
How about a cheese dumpling?
Cheese dumpling? That's not a brunch food. That's not one of the things you should eat at brunch.
What do you mean one of the things you should eat at lunch? Of course you could have dumpling for brunch.
Well, like brunch is like a special meal where you have something fancy like eggs Benedict or like a quiche or a nice big stack of pancakes or waffles.
Stack of pancakes or waffles. That I can do for brunch.
Okay, well, sounds good. Sounds like we should get some pancakes and waffles together. And speaking of having brunch with a friend, today we're going to look at a dialogue called Having Brunch with a Friend.
That's right, just like how you're going to pay for my brunch later.
What? That wasn't part of the deal.
You were late.
Josie calls her friend Callum on his cell phone.
Hey, how are you?
I'm so bored. I need something fun to do.
I've got just the thing. Have you heard about the new cafe on Main Street?
No. Is it supposed to be good?
Yes, their brunch is the talk of the town.
That sounds perfect. Can we go on Thursday morning?
Of course, it's very popular though, so I will need to book a table. I will send you a message with the details when it's been confirmed.
Perfect. See you then.
Welcome back. Today we are looking at a dialogue called Having Brunch with a Friend. So in there we have the word brunch. So brunch is a meal that is had between the times of usual breakfast and lunch. So usually maybe from 10 to 11 a.m. you can have a meal that's called brunch. Now this word is a combination of the words breakfast and lunch. So it's something between breakfast and lunch. So an example sentence, an egg sandwich makes the perfect brunch as it fills you up for the rest of the day. So as I mentioned, brunch is from breakfast and lunch together, and this is called a portmanteau, where we put two words together to make a new word. Another example you might have heard is motel, which is combining motor and hotel to make this new word motel. Another much newer word I think that people use these days is hangry. So if someone is hangry, it means they are angry because they are hungry. So we've combined hungry and angry to make the word hangry.
Just like I was pretty hangry just now with you being late. All right, so let's get into our first dialogue for today.
Okay, so this part is called inviting your friend to have brunch. So in this part, Josie calls her friend Callum on his cell phone. So in this case, you can be Josie, and I will take Callum's lines.
All right, so Josie calls Callum. Hey, how are you? How you doing?
All right, so Callum says to her on the phone, he says, I'm so bored. I need something fun to do. So Callum is, I guess, just at home doing nothing. He needs something more interesting because he is so bored. So he's hoping that Josie has some suggestion for him.
And it seems like Josie has something to offer. So Josie says, I've got just the thing. I have a great idea. I think this will be suitable. Have you heard about the new cafe on Main Street? So it seems like there is a new cafe that just opened and it's on Main Street. And Josie is wondering if Callum has heard about it.
Okay, so maybe it's big news in the town. People are talking about this new cafe. But Callum says, no. Is it supposed to be good? So Callum has not heard of the new cafe and he's wondering, why should he have heard of it? Is it supposed to be good?
Well, it seems like Callum has been living under a rock. He doesn't know what's going on.
Wow.
So Josie says, yes, of course. How could you not have heard about the new cafe? Their brunch is the talk of the town. So their breakfast, lunch, their brunch, everybody in town, they're talking about it. So how can you, Callum, not have heard about this new place? Because everybody is talking about their brunch.
Right. So talk of the town, meaning something is very popular at the moment. So this restaurant and their brunch is very popular. So Callum says, that sounds perfect. Can we go on Thursday morning? So Callum wants to have brunch at this place now that he knows it's the talk of the town. And he wants to go Thursday morning.
Yeah. And Josie says, of course. It's very popular though, so I will need to book a table. I will send you a message with the details when it's been confirmed. So Josie agrees on the date, which is on Thursday. But because this new cafe is so popular, it's hard to get a table there. That means she needs to call in advance to reserve their table or to book a table. And that way they can make sure that when they arrive together on Thursday, they are able to sit down and eat their brunch.
So Callum says, perfect. See you then. So he'll see her on Thursday when they go for their brunch.
That's right. So we have one of our vocabulary words, which is confirm, and it is a verb. And basically, it is to make sure that something is true or correct. So when you need to confirm something, you want to make sure that it is right, it is the truth. An example sentence would be, I need to confirm with my dad that we are going camping this weekend. So I need to check with my dad that we are indeed going camping.
Okay, and she's going to confirm the details. By that, I think means, the time and maybe where to meet and what time they're going to meet before going to the restaurant for the time of their table that they booked.
Yep.
Okay, so after the break, we're going to see them in the restaurant and having their brunch, and we will see you then.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这一次的对话是关于 having brunch with a friend， 和朋友一起吃早午餐。那么 brunch 就是早午餐，这个字其实就是由 breakfast 早餐和 lunch 午餐把它合成的字。Matt 老师就提到说 brunch 它是属于混成词 portmanteau 就表示混成词。老师就有举了其他的例子，像是 motor 加上hotel 就会变成 motel， 那就是汽车旅馆。还有 hungry 加上 angry 构成了 hangry 可以表达饿到生气，又饿又气的那种状态。好，那我们在第一段对话里面就看到 Callum 在电话里面说他很无聊，要做点有趣的事。Josie 就突然想到Main Street 缅因街上面那一家新开的咖啡简餐店，他问 Callum 有没有听说过。Callum 回答说没有耶。难道大家都说那里很棒吗？ Josie 说是的，他们的早午餐是大家都在众人讨论的话题。我们先补充一下 be the talk of the town 表示成为大家讨论的话题， talk 在这边是当名词指话题。那大家都在讨论那一家店， Callum 竟然连听都没听过。 Kiki 老师刚刚开玩笑用到 live under a rock 来描述 Callum， 字面意思是居住在石头底下，那是用来比喻说某人与世隔绝，对现实世界的现况还有趋势一无所知。好，那么接着 Callum 跟 Josie 就约好说星期四早上要去。那么 Josie 他会先预定位置，确认后再把这个细节传讯息给 Callum。好，我们来看单字 confirm。confirm 这个动词就有确认、确定或是证实的意思。而这边有一个重点，我们要进入文法时间。这边我们来学习 be supposed to 加上原形动词的不同意思及用法。第一种，当我们 be 动词用现在式，表示说应该怎么样，被预期要怎么样，用来表达预期或认为某人某事物应该做某事。像 Dean is supposed to arrive at noon，Dean 应该会中午抵达。那再看到第二种用法是 be 动词用过去式，它表示说原本应该怎么样，却没有如此，用来表达认为过去应该会发生某事，可是实际上却没有发生。例如 We were supposed to meet an hour ago， 我们原本应该在1小时前碰面的，可是却没有。第三种用法是表达应当、应该怎么样，用来表达某人有责任或义务做某事。例如You're supposed to respect your elders. 你应该尊重长辈。第四种用法是表达一般认为怎么样，大家都说怎么样。像 Their steak is supposed to be the best in town. 大家都说他们的牛排是镇上数1数2的。好，那我们接着回到课文中。
Josie and Callum are looking at the brunch menu in the new cafe.
This all looks so tasty.
It does, but it's an easy choice for me. Whenever I see biscuits and gravy on a menu, I have to order it.
Why?
There was a place in my hometown that made the best biscuits, which we always used to order. So eating them now makes me think of home.
Pecan pie has the same effect on me. It was my mom's specialty.
They have it here on the menu. Let's get some.
So before the break, we find out that Josie has invited Callum for brunch at an exciting new cafe on Main Street. And Callum is pretty excited to go with Josie, but Josie has to make sure she makes a reservation for them to have brunch at the new cafe.
So we're going to look at part 2 of this dialogue called Discussing Your Favorite Foods. So Josie and Callum are looking at the brunch menu in the new cafe. And this time again, Kiki, you will be Josie and I will read for Callum.
Okay.
So Callum says, "This all looks so tasty." So Callum is looking at the menu and he's seeing all of the things they have and it all looks so tasty.
I know I've definitely had those moments before where I look at the menu and everything just looks so appealing. I want to eat everything and everything just looks tasty. Now, tasty is an adjective, and it's when your food has a very pleasant or distinct flavor. It tastes really good, and it's very enjoyable to eat. For example, adding tomato to your burger will make it extra tasty.
That's a good tip. So as Callum just said, everything looks so tasty. So how does Josie reply?
It does, but it's an easy choice for me. Whenever I see biscuits and gravy on the menu, I have to order it. So for Josie, even though there's a lot to choose from on the menu, it's easy for her to choose what she wants to eat because as soon as she sees biscuits and gravy, just like me in real life, she has to order it because she loves to eat biscuits and gravy.
Interesting. I've never even had biscuits and gravy. But it sounds like maybe something I have to try according to Josie and you.
Kiki, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Callum also doesn't understand, so he says, "Why?"
Well, there was a place in my hometown that made the best biscuits, which we always used to order. So eating them now makes me think of home. So for Josie, her hometown, there was a place that they would go together as a family or even by herself that made the best biscuits, and they always ordered it. And now, clearly, she doesn't live in her hometown anymore. So when she eats this biscuit, she will always think of home.
Oh, well, that's nice. It's nice to have some food that reminds you of your hometown. So hometown is a noun, and it means the place that the city or the town or just the place that someone calls home. Usually it's the place where you grew up and spent the younger years of your life. So for example, my hometown is Vancouver in Canada. And another example sentence, it had been a long time since Alex had returned to her hometown. So in reply to Josie, Callum says, pecan pie has the same effect on me. It was my mom's specialty. So a specialty, that means something that someone is usually very good at doing or very good at making. So in this case, his mom, she makes like the best pecan pie. It's one of the best things that she can make. So for Callum, pecan pie is pretty special.
Right, and it makes him think of home. So Josie says, they have it here on the menu. Let's get some. So she sees that pecan pie is right there on the menu, and to cheer up her friend, she says that they should get some pecan pie together.
So they're like having a dessert after their brunch, which is something you can do. You don't often have like dessert after breakfast.
Right.
But you can have dessert with your brunch.
Exactly. You can have it together.
So I think, it's starting to be about time that we should go get our brunch. So we should get out of here, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
在第二段对话里 ，Josie 和 Callum 在新的咖啡简餐店里面在看这个早午餐的菜单，菜单上全部看起来都好可口，每个都想点哎。不过呢 ，Josie 她没有选择障碍，每当她在菜单上面看到比斯吉佐肉汁，她就一定会点那一道，因为她的家乡有一个地方有卖最棒的比斯吉，那他们以前都是会点来吃的，所以现在呢，吃到这道料理就会让她想家。那么 Callum 对他来说啊，胡桃派也是那是他妈妈的拿手菜。那刚好菜单上面有这一道 ，Josie 就建议说点来吃吧。好，文中的 specialty 在 special 后面加上 ty 构成这个名词，就可以表达招牌菜、特产，或者是可以指专业特长。那单字 tasty。Tasty 是形容美味可口的好吃的 ，hometown 则是指家乡或是故乡。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Josie calls her friend Callum on his cell phone.
Hey, how are you?
I'm so bored. I need something fun to do.
I've got just the thing. Have you heard about the new cafe on Main Street?
No. Is it supposed to be good?
Yes, their brunch is the talk of the town.
That sounds perfect. Can we go on Thursday morning?
Of course, it's very popular though, so I will need to book a table. I will send you a message with the details when it's been confirmed.
Perfect. See you then.
Josie and Callum are looking at the brunch menu in the new cafe.
This all looks so tasty.
It does, but it's an easy choice for me. Whenever I see biscuits and gravy on a menu, I have to order it.
Why?
There was a place in my hometown that made the best biscuits, which we always used to order. So eating them now makes me think of home.
Pecan pie has the same effect on me. It was my mom's specialty.
They have it here on the menu. Let's get some.
Here's how to play. The host will be holding 3 cards. Each card will have 2 sentences containing a secret vocabulary word or phrase that has been replaced by the word bear. The host will read the sentences out loud for the contestants to guess. Whoever guesses first gets a point. The person with the most points wins. And you can play along too.
Hi everyone, we're gonna play the game Guess the Bear. I'm Steven.
I'm Josh.
I'm Carolyn.
All right, so let's get this game started. You guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the first one is a verb, one word. First sentence, everyone in town bared the loud bang. Number 2, speak up. I can't bear you.
Here.
Okay, I feel like that was a very obvious here, so I'm gonna give the point to Carolyn.
Okay, sure. That's totally fine. All is fair in love and war.
Next time, a little faster. Okay, this is a phrase, 2 words. Number 1, let me just read the sentences. Number 1, everyone in town heard the loud bang. And then number 2, speak up. I can't hear you. So you have to speak up because I can't hear you. Okay? All right. This is a phrase, 2 words. Number 1, Aki lives in Taiwan, but she bear Japan. Number 2, my family bear Poland to America in 1930.
Escaped from.
Close. Let's change that.
Left from.
Moved from?
Close.
Went to.
Like a different kind of
Moved from.
Like
that's
easy. Let's go easier. Not too.
Came from.
There you go.
Came from.
You got it.
Yeah,
Good job.
yeah,
Good job.
yeah.
Okay, so the first one was number 1. Aki lives in Taiwan, but she came from Japan. And number 2, my family came from Poland to America in 1930. So all your guesses are right, but the right word was came in that situation. Okay, this is an adjective.
Poland like?
I don't know.
Okay.
You have to ask it's my family. Okay, this is an adjective, 1 word. Number 1, Sam thinks that math is very bare. Number 2, the movie was so bare that George fell asleep.
Good.
Boring.
Thank you. Why would you fall asleep if it was good?
Because it's just
Use your brain, Josh.
overwhelmed with joy.
Point to you. So again, that's number 1, Sam thinks that math is very boring. And number 2, the movie was so boring that George fell asleep. Good job, Carolyn. You have won with 2 points, but you got 1 point.
You can fall asleep in good movies.
That is true if you're really tired.
I love them.
One day you will win.
And that's why I get up in the morning, for that moment.